So he says to these guys, I told you guys all along, she's a gangster and a ninja. Yeah, guys, I've been dealing with a whole lot of that this past week or so, and let's just talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's me, Supa Dave, and you guys are locked into Milltown's Best. And it feels good to have some people still watching after the ass I made on myself this past week on the internet. And let's just dive in.
How does it feel, Milltown? How does it feel?
How does it feel? How does it feel?
You ask how it feels, Zyli. I have to say it does not feel very good. I can assure you of that. You know, I'm not the first person to make an ass out of themselves on the internet, and I'm definitely not going to be the last person to make an ass out of myself on the internet. And I don't even think this is going to be the last time I'm going to make an ass out of myself. This is just me, guys. I get myself into some situations. Sometimes it's entertaining. Sometimes it's not. It's up to you guys if you want to watch. But if you're asking how I'm feeling today, today's better than yesterday. But, you know, depression is something I struggle with, and I've always struggled with it. And even getting sober, it doesn't make things easier by any means. It adds that extra oomph onto everything, so I'm trying my best. Like I said, some days are better than others. Today I felt like making a video, so that's what I'm doing.
From a Brazilian butt lift.
A Brazilian butt lift.
During a Brazilian butt lift.
From a Brazilian butt lift.
They say, Dave, you disappeared. You got a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift. And, you know, I don't know what internet slang, like, has became over the years, but back in the day when I was, like, in the old school AOL days, you know, you'd be like, BBL, be back later. I guess now when you put BBL on the internet, it means a whole different thing, y'all. But, if you guys want to know if I got a BBL, I'll never tell, but, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful posterior. I must say so myself.
I'm going to ask that you guys do not just pepper him.
And that, of course, brings us to the infamous Peepaw stream, y'all. This stream right here, you guys can watch it. That's the legendary stream. I mean, seriously, it's going to go down in infamy because I truly made an ass out of myself. And it wasn't needed. It really wasn't needed. Had I just not spoke on something I had no business speaking on, I would have saved myself that. But in all honesty, guys, the Peepaw stream was like a culmination of, like, one bad mental health thing on top of another, and then, like, I'm not trying to play the victim here, but I've been dealing with a lot of, like, online cyberbullying, cyber stalking, stuff like that. I've been dealing with it for real. So it was like one thing on top of another, and what happened was the Peepaw stream. It was literally, you guys saw me literally mentally breaking down. And it's not pleasurable for me to watch back, but if you guys found entertainment in it, I'm happy for that. I hope you guys can find some knowledge in it too somewhere down the line. I'm me, and I'm okay with putting myself out on the internet. I'm by no means a perfect individual, and like I said, the Peepaw stream, that's just the first time that I've actually really truly made an ass out of myself that bad. But I doubt it'll be the last time, you guys. You are watching Valid Opinions live, and as always, I am never alone in this crazy YouTube game. I'm here with the one they call Eli, also known as Valid Creations. Eli, how are you doing on this crazy, crazy Saturday? So is it time, guys? Do we talk about Valid Opinions live? I think we got to talk about it. Eli, let's just come right out with it. Eli has done absolutely nothing wrong during this entire time. Eli is an awesome person. I have not one thing bad to say about Eli. Tries working with me. I have the issues with communication. That is not an Eli issue. The reason why it's not working is because I have a hard time dealing with other people and other personalities. I think that's abundantly clear that I need to work on my social interactions more than how can I be a team leader and build this awesome show when I'm having a hard time managing just myself at times. So Eli's going to continue doing what they do best, and that's making content, and I will be there cheerleading Eli on. Eli's awesome. and I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. Eli was a friend when I had no friends, and that is admirable, and I will always be loyal to that. And I wish Eli nothing but the best. So that's all I'll say about Eli. And Valid Opinions Live will not be going on anymore. I unlisted all the episodes. They serve no purpose. When I say it was a failed experiment, that's more speaking from my goals. As saying it was a failed partnership, I would not say it was a failed partnership either, because I gained a great friend in Eli out of all of this.
It looks like you got yourself into a pickle. You want to tell me what's going on with Devil Man?
Yeah, that's Jeremy Hales. And
Oh my god.
did you hear that Jeremy Hales definitely does not like his likeness being used? What are some of these other questions? Jeremy Hales. Jeremy Hales, guys. So Jeremy Hales came into my channel while I was watching content, and I was looking for different content creators that not many commentators have been speaking on. So Jeremy Hales fit the bill because I saw what he was doing in Otter Creek as somewhat informative, but on the same side, a moral question of, is he focusing too much on a non-social figure, a non-star, to the point where he is interfering with this person and her daughter's livelihoods, with their businesses and all that. So I dove into this, and I knew what I know. I know what I know. I know enough to think that this whole situation has gotten way out of hand. Jeremy Hales is someone who loves to control the narrative, and right now he has the money to control that narrative. I can put my opinions out there till I'm blue in the face, but that's all they are, is opinions. All I can say is, if Lynette and John truly feel like they are in fear for their safety, they do need to report that to the police. They do need to do whatever they can for their own safety. Otherwise, you guys are just telling stories back and forth, and the only people who are winning are the viewers. So there you go. That's my say on that. Unless Jeremy Hales does something completely out of left field, or really goes hard on Lynette and John, I don't think I'm going to be speaking on Jeremy Hales too much. Like I said, the man is very litigious. The man is exhausting, and I would rather put my efforts into something that's more pleasurable to my mental health. Because right now, you know, you can only defend the downtrodden so much before you really just feel like you're fighting an uphill battle. And I'm not trying to say that I'm at my wit's end or anything. It's just, at what point is it too much? I have to ask myself that question. And with the content that I've been putting out lately, you can totally tell in the views. The views took a great dip when I started investing more into the niche commentary community of YouTube. I was focusing more on larger creators at the beginning there, and the numbers really reflected that. But what I thought I liked was the community aspect, and I've come to learn you have to be very selective of the people you take into your community and who you speak up for, especially if you have any kind of following. You essentially are a spokesman for these people that you put on your channel and spotlight. I spoke so much about the whole Demented situation, why I was so upset about that, because I didn't want to platform lies. Same goes with any situation that has happened in the past. I don't want that to be a part of my life right now. I don't want to be the gotcha guy. And I don't think I've been the gotcha guy. If you guys watch my content, I try to come at things from a place of understanding and love, and trying to really get it on all sides of it, you know, and I really try to see it from everybody's point of view, and then just offer some advice that always equates to be a good guy. You know, all at the end of the day, David's message is just be better than you were yesterday. You know, try to be better. So if I instill any messages on anybody that were not talking points that were given to me, I apologize for that. But I will also apologize for accepting talking points that were given to me by bigger creators in an attempt to grow my channel. I did get sucked up in the hoopla, and Zyli was the one who caught the blowback in that. So
No, you're still behind a block. I'm not going to unblock you. I unblocked Abby Blackbird before you.
yeah, I got to talk about Zyli, guys. I got to. It's okay if Zyli don't like me, and I used to like Zyli. I can honestly say I don't like Zyli anymore. I don't want to even speak on her at this point. And I'm okay with her saying she don't want to speak on me because I'm irrelevant and whatever. All I can say about Zyli is I was wrong about a lot, especially when it came to you. But if you watch the content, Zyli, all I've ever said was I felt ganged up on your show. So besides the talking points I got from the other creator, which I will say I was wrong about, I am sorry. I can be a man and say I was wrong about that. I was given talking points. I used those talking points in an attempt to grow my channel, and that was wrong. So I can say that. So I am sorry for that. But the only other critiques I've ever sent your way was I felt ganged up on your show. So I really never had a vendetta against you, so I don't get all this coverage. Everybody was covering me saying I have all this hate and I put out this hate content. My content's really not hate-filled. I don't think it is, and if it is, I really gotta reevaluate what I've been doing, because that's not the intention. So again, as far as Zyli goes, I was sorry about getting the talking points that were clearly wrong. Yeah, that's all I can say about that.
I'm anti-Zyli and I'm anti-fucking Chris because he felt the need to call me autistic without even knowing what the fuck he was talking about.
The one thing about this whole EPAW incident that really got to me was the Kristen Ark statement. I was so wound up, and when you have a diagnosis like I've got, sometimes it's hard just to calm down and get to it. The point I was trying to make about Kristen Ark is I harbor resentment against Kristen Ark because I levied professional criticism at his production of the Keemstar show on a professional level. And Kristen Ark's first answer to that was to dig into my personal Facebook and find where I said I was autistic and use that as a gotcha moment, and out me. Before I could tell my audience I was autistic, he was already putting in my comments, autistic confirmed. So I have problems with Kristen Ark professionally on that level. So I was trying to say all that, but what came out was what I opened this segment with. And yeah, I think it's okay. I think my dislike of Chris is justified in my mind for right now. Whether it's petty or not, we're all allowed one or two petty ones, and Kristen Ark is my petty hate. I love to hate the man. And yeah, I do think calling people autistic when they're clearly having issues or something, I do find that to be hardcore. And especially if you knew how hard those people are trying to either mask or try to fit in with you, and when they come short, it's not to be discouraged, bro. It's really not. When people don't give the time of day to these people and see that, hey man, this person's really trying. Some days are better than others, and that's all I can say, man, is it is what it is. So give me Kristen Ark. I'm allowed to hate the man. I mean, if you're not okay with that, okay. I mean, if you're not okay with that, it is what it is. That's just how I feel about the guy right now. Win me over, guy. Win me over. Maybe your content will speak to me eventually. Someday, hopefully.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Dove. What about her? Dove's gonna be Dove. That's all I'm gonna say about Dove. Dove don't want anybody talking about Dove, so I'm not talking about Dove. And that's what I'll say in this video is Dove's Dove. I do want to thank everybody in this community that reached out to me during this whole period. I haven't had a time like this in my life since my early teens, man. With the depression, going through this really manic state. So I just want to thank everybody for being there for me and reaching out. And believe it or not, you guys can say Eli and my partnership is shot, but Eli was messaging me every day, just checking to see how I was doing. A lot more than I can say for D-Max, who just took the W and used it as another stepping stone. Can't hate the man for coming up in the world, but it goes to my point that, D-Max, you're an asshole. But Eli reached out every day, and that meant a lot to me. So did some people that I didn't think would reach out to me, and they were there every day just checking on my mental health. And I don't care if that makes me a pussy or not. It feels good to know that I have some people in my corner. As dumb as I can be sometimes, guys, I do have a heart of gold, and I try. I wear it on my sleeve, and sometimes I get good results, and sometimes I get bad results. But it's always an adventure, and I promise you guys an adventure always on Milltown's Best, and that's what the future holds. The future for Milltown's Best is going to be what it is. I'm going to continue making content. I'm going to continue speaking on what I think needs to be spoke on. If I think something is right, I'm going to shine a light on it. If I think something is wrong, I'm going to shine a light on it. If I think somebody's up and coming, I'm going to shine a light on it. I'm Supa Dave, man, and this is Milltown's Best. And come on this journey with me. We've already had one great meteoric rise. Look at me just putting it. I sell it so well, don't I? Meteoric. We already had one little run there. Let's go for a second one, guys. Let's see where the wind takes us this time, guys. I hope you like and subscribe this video, and encourage a fellow content creator, because trust me, there's good days and bad days, and today could just be that bad day for somebody. With all that being said, guys, I love you. Tell somebody else you love them too.